Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Hello everyone, welcome to our online certification courses on engineering drawing and computer graphics. We are learning about a software tool named Solidworks to construct 3D drawings. In today's class, we will learn little bit about how to make bolts and nuts, how to construct these threads. This is the first objective what we will achieve. So, first we will very quickly go through a simple schematic in terms of taking a stud and making a thread cutout on that. After that, we will go construct a metric 10 thread. So, the first step is after double clicking a new part, we will have a blank screen. Then we pick a one of the plane, perhaps right plane, normal to right plane, we will draw a stud. Is basically a circular cylinder we have. It can be some 5 millimeters radius. Okay. Now, this circle we extrude it in 3 dimensions, maybe making it some 30 mm. So, we have this cylinder on which we would like to have something like a threaded cut on it. So, usually these studs always be chamfered. So, this surface we will take it, go with the chamfering, maybe 1 mm chamfer with 45 degrees we make. When we do, we will have that kind of chamfering on that solid surface. To make thread cut, first what we have to do is a helical path, because these screws or threads are always be having a helical path about which a thread a tool bit or cut really goes knife, so that it removes the material and finally, we will have that thread. So, first for that what we do is we construct a helix around this shaft. So, the first step is to construct helix, we have to make a circle. Of same 5 meters radius. So, we have that circle. Around that circle, we would like to have a helical thread. For that purpose, what we have to do? Go to insert on top level. There is a curve. In that curve, go to helix spiral. Now, we have such kind of thread. Because it is just a practice, as of now what we are going to do is, we will have some helical path with height 20 mm. That means, the length of the helix what we are going to have is 20 mm, pitch is around 1.5 mm. And this is a clockwise kind of helix. And this helix begins, if we would like to update or change anything, if you give a right click, there is a button to edit feature. So, it is starting at 90 degrees. So, helix begins at starting of this arrow, goes around this cylinder, around which we want to construct this cut. So, the pitch is 1.5 mm and it goes all the way to 20 mm. And it begins at 90 degrees and it is a clockwise thread we are constructing. So, click OK. Once it is done, go to front plane, where we can see this helix thing. So, because it is a practice, what we are going to take is a triangular knife, we take it, pass via this helix. So, after constructing this triangle, we arbitrarily place this position, because it is just a practice to construct a thread. Once we have that triangle, pick these edges, come out of the sketch mode, then we will see sketch 3 and also helix. Now, pick sketch 3 and also helix, both are highlighted. Now, see at the features level, there is something like extruded boss, revolve base, extruded cut and swept cut. So, click swept cut. Then we will see something like a threaded portion passes. So, you have to pick both sketch 3 and also helix parts. Once it is done, go to swept cut, it shows this kind of yellowish tint, then click OK. Then you see that threaded portion. Now, we will construct a systematic metric 10 mm thread. So, usually these 10 mm threads always be having something like a head portion, there is a stud portion, there are some threads, some hexagonal kind of structures we will be having. So, we will go step by step construct that M10 thread. So, let us pick a right plane, normal to that right plane. First, we construct head of a bolt. So, head always be a circular one. This is a circular one of 16 mm, we construct 16 mm diameter, that means 8 mm radius, and that will have a head of 10 mm into depth. So, what we will do is construct extruded boss, it will be 10 mm head. Now, on this normal to surface, we draw a hexagon, a hexagon 6 sides, we will construct it. Then we use smart dimension from here to here is supposed to be 8 mm. These are the standard numbers what you will get from data books. Whenever you manufacture a bolt or machine a bolt and try to prepare it, there are some standard conventions like height supposed to this much, length supposed to be this much and so on, because of design calculation, like you calculate stresses, strains, how much torque you really apply on that bolt, whether it can really sustain, what kind of materials one has to use, these kind of things you will get it in machine design data books. So, based on those dimensions, we are constructing this kind of a bolt. So, now we would like to have a hexagonal cut inside of that. So, let us pick this one, all the 6 sides of hexagon. Now, have a extruded cut. The depth of the cut we can have something like 5 mm, 5.5 mm. Oh, yeah. So, we have such kind of head portion. So, you will have L wrench kind of thing through which you will operate it. Now, here we will like to draw another circle, so that the stud portion of that bolt we can have it, which will be 25 mm in length and a circle of 10 mm diameter. So, let us construct a 5 mm radius or 10 mm diameter, and this circle we can extrude boss base up to 25 mm length. Let us look at the direction. Yeah, 25 mm. So, we have that bolt portion. Now, usually we give this the sharp corners, we avoid it by going with chamfering. This chamfering we can go with 1 mm with 45 degrees, so that the stud is done. So, once this bolt is done, what we can do is we make a helical path around this and a triangular kind of cut with a nice curvature and pass with match with this pitch and height thing and make a thread out of it. So, the first step is always normal to that, construct one more circle. Matching with 5 mm radius. So, we have that 5 mm radius. Now, on that we have to construct select this one, go to insert, on top of that curve helix. So, up to 20 mm we would like to have this thread and 1.5 mm pitch we can use, and it can begin at 90 degrees angle, so that I can really construct a triangle, make a tool to pass through that and click OK. Once it is done, go to frontal view, OK. Now, here zoom in, and here we make a center line which pass through this point. With 0 degrees. Let us look at the direction. Okay. So, now again go to frontal plane. Okay. On that, let us consider a triangle. So, use triangle. Tool bit always be in this downward direction. Constructed, remove this one, zoom in. Now, this height from this edge to this one supposed to 1.14, the tool bit. So, use smart dimension, pick this one, pick that point, make sure that that will be 1.14 mm. And second thing, let us have another center line, join the mid one, and that is passing through this point. Fine. Now, we require something like a arc around that, because we do not want this kind of sharp tool bit, something like a blunted one we would like to have it, so that a smooth curve we will be in a position to do. For that purpose, what we will do? We construct one more center line, okay, because we require center of the curve. So, this is the point. So, what we will do is construct a center line here in such a way that this line from this centroid will be of 0.32 mm. Once it is done, we remove this line, Okay. We can remove that line, and also this one also we can remove. These are the points through which we would like to pass an arc. So, a 3-point arc, pick that point, second point, and move it. Now, this is supposed to be tangent to this line. So, what we will do, pick this one, they are tangent to each other. Once it is done, okay. Similarly, pick this line, they are tangent with each other. Once it is done, okay. Now, what we will do, go to trim entities, remove this part, and also we do not really require this one also, this one. Similarly, we do not really require these lines. Then click OK. So, after coming out from sketch mode, we have to select this entire object, then pick the helix path also, control, go to features, go to swept cut, then it shows you this entire thing, something like revolving kind of portion, and then click OK. Then you will have a thread in this way. There are other aspects like aesthetic aspects we always have, how to really smoothen this portion, whether we can have some other kind of triangular cut and other things. Let us look at different views of this bolt. So, first thing what we will do is look at isometric view. If it is a construction one, we can remove that. So, this is the way isometric view really looks like. Now, look at 3 different views, something like the front view, the top view, the left side view, and the isometric view. Now, we will construct a nut for this bolt. For that purpose, what we do is go to new, open a part, OK. Now, on the right plane, normal to that, we want to have a hexagonal nut. So, for that purpose, we go to sketch, pick hexagon 6 units, from here draw it. Use smart dimensions from here to here. We use same the head portion of that bolt, whatever that height we have, the same 16 mm we use it. And we have to make thread over that internal portion, and we know that the stud has a diameter of 10 mm. So, what we make is a circular hole of 10 mm we make it internally, circle 10 mm diameter or 5 mm radius, click OK. Now, we do not want this inscribed circle, pick this one, the lines by holding control button. Now, this is the surface what we have picked, go to features, extrude boss base. So, it creates a nut kind of portion. So, let us use 6 mm as the width to construct this nut. Now, we have that. We are not having this, I mean we would like to give something like a chamfer, we can really construct that and so on, but now we will mainly focus on constructing the internal thread portion of that. So, the first thing what we have to do is go to frontal right plane, normal to that, draw a circle. The first step for any helix construction is making a circle 5 mm, click OK, then visualize it in this way. We have the circle, pick that circle, then go to insert curve helix spiral. So, we have the spiral curve where we can really give height up to 6 mm. So, up to that level we can have a cut, maybe just make it 6.5, so that it smoothly comes out as a cut. Pitch as usual 1.5 mm we are giving, and it is in the counterclockwise direction, and direction also fine, click OK. So, internally we have this circle, and this helix begins from 90 degrees angle. Let us recheck it. So, go to edit feature, it is 90 mm, 90 degrees. So, click OK. Now, go to front plane, normal to that. So, here we want to construct a triangular tool. So, this is the portion where we would like to have. For that purpose, we go to polygon, 3 sides, pick this one as center. Now, reverse this triangular tool cut, because now we want to remove the top portion. So, the triangle will be on top side and make it in that way. Now, this is supposed to be 1.1 mm. So, this height to that point supposed to be 1.14 mm. So, we have that triangle. Then we require 0.32 mm. So, let us consider a center line in this way and use smart dimension from here to that first point. It is 0.32 mm. Once it is done, we make a arc, 3-point arc from that point to that point with certain radius. Now, pick this one and that line, make it tangent. Similarly, pick this curve, line, make it tangent. So, when you are picking the things, you have to make keep hold of that control button. So, once it is done, this triangular construction, we can internally remove this circle, and we can use trim entities to remove that portion and this portion also, and we can remove this one, these tiny portions. So, once it is done, click OK. Now, we have this entire object. First, come out of sketch mode, then pick, click, hold, select all these buttons by clicking hold. Now, sketch 3 is selected, then control button, hold it, click helix and also sketch. Then go to features, use swept cut, click OK. So, internally if you are seeing, we have those threads in that nut. This is the way we construct it. Sometimes what we do is, on these nuts, we would like to have a little bit chamfer on the outer surface. We do not want a flat surface. For that purpose, what we do is, we go draw a circle of arbitrary size and pick that one, go to features. After drawing that circle, we go to features, use extrude cut. In that extrude cut, the direction we pick through all, then flip side to cut. So, outside we are going to cut, and we give a tapered angle like 60 degrees outwards, then click OK. So, now you can see the top side is flat one, but these ones are slightly tapered. In the similar way, we construct for this one also. For this, normal to it, draw a circle of same radius, once done, we pick this surface, go to features, extrude cut, instead of blind pick through all, flip side to cut, it is 60 degrees angle we are going to have, click OK. So, the top portion we have removed. So, this only the portion where you can have a washer which one can fix it, and these portions are always be having inclined cut. Now, let us save this drawing, save as M10. Now, let us have nut and save. So, we have both nut and bolt. We can go with assembly drawing, assembly, OK. Pick bolt, nut, both the things, drop it here, insert nut also, and keep it. This is the way bolt and nut we construct it. Now, we want to really make these surfaces. What we can do is take this one here and so on. We can make this spiral with that spiral, so that it can be screwed. Otherwise, surfaces are also we can really mate it. Let us do something like mate this surface with that surface and click OK.